Native American spiritual leaders, roles and traditions in tribal culture. Explore the vital roles of Native American spiritual leaders in tribal culture, healing, storytelling, and preserving Native heritage through history and tradition. Native American spiritual leaders and their roles. Hey, have you ever stopped to think about the rich and diverse world of Native American spiritual leaders? It's a fascinating subject that ties deeply into the culture, history, and heritage of Native American tribes across the continent. I was just reading about it recently and wanted to share some thoughts with you, because there's so much more to their spiritual leadership than what you might hear in passing. So first off, Native American spiritual leaders hold a really special place within their communities. They're not just religious figures in the typical sense. They're counselors, healers, keepers of tradition, and sometimes even mediators between the people and the natural world. Their wisdom helps preserve Native American culture and teaches values that have helped their people throughout Native American history. One of the most common roles is that of the shaman, though this term doesn't apply universally to every tribe. Shamans are spiritual guides who often enter states of trance or altered consciousness to communicate with spirits in the unseen world. But it's important to know that each Native American tribe has its own unique names and understandings for spiritual leaders. For example, the Lakota have the Heyoka, who are sacred clowns with deep spiritual significance, while the Hopi rely on Katsinas, spirit beings that serve as messengers and protectors. Then you also have medicine men and women who serve as healers, combining physical remedies with spiritual ceremonies. Their knowledge isn't just about herbs or physical healing. It's holistic. They work with the mind, body, and spirit, often performing ceremonies that invoke blessings or guidance from the ancestors and the natural elements. Many Native American people believe that illness isn't just physical, but can be caused by spiritual imbalance. So the spiritual leader's role is to restore harmony. Another role is that of the storyteller or elder, who acts as preservers of history and lore. These leaders ensure that the oral traditions, stories that have been passed down for generations, remain alive and accessible to younger members of the tribe. Storytelling serves more than entertainment. It's a vital part of how Native American heritage is conveyed and how values and lessons are embedded into everyday life. I find it amazing how spiritual leadership in Native American tribes is so intertwined with respect for nature. Unlike many other spiritual frameworks, the environment isn't separate from spirituality. It's a living, breathing entity. Leaders often conduct ceremonies that honor animals, plants, rivers, and the earth itself. This connection reminds everyone that human life depends on the natural world, and it's a relationship to nurture and protect. When you think about Native American spiritual leadership, it's also important to note that these roles were often filled by people who earned their place through years of experience, personal sacrifice, and demonstrated wisdom. It's not about titles handed down lightly. It's a trust the community places in these individuals for such a time as this. A perfect phrase that captures the significance of timing and purpose in leadership roles. Speaking of that phrase, it reminds me of a book that really illuminates these ideas beautifully. For such a time as this. This work dives into the lives and purposes of spiritual leaders within Native American peoples and invites readers to reflect on the continuing importance of their traditions in today's world. If you want a thoughtful and inspiring read that connects history with the present, get your copy today. It's a fantastic way to appreciate the depth of Native American heritage and gain fresh insight into their enduring wisdom. Whether it's the traditional dances, healing ceremonies, or the passing down of ancestral knowledge, the roles Native American spiritual leaders play are vast and significant. They keep the heart of their communities beating, often reminding us all about the power of balance, respect, and unity, not only within the tribe, but with the world around us. So, next time you come across a story about Native American tribes, or even when you hear about their rich spirituality, remember that behind that are real leaders whose guidance has shaped Native American culture for centuries. Their impact is subtle yet profound, holding together the strands of history, identity, and faith with care and reverence. Thanks for chatting with me about this. It's one of those subjects that blend history, culture, and spirituality into something truly inspiring and worth learning about.